Good afternoon and welcome to FTE Cast. Been a hot minute, but you're with Alex, Yoni, and Jesse in for a lot of topics. Football's been crazy for the last couple of weeks, but before we get into it, how are we doing?
Pretty
Good,
good.
mate. I just want to say I didn't realize we were in America. Nice gun show.
Oh yeah, no, I thought guns were illegal. What's going on here? I don't know. I don't know. The factos are the factos.
Sun's out,
Um,
guns out.
the sun was out. It was actually very. It's been a very, very good, good weekend in Melbourne. I heard it's been scorching where you are, Yoni, in Sydney,
36 today at mine.
and you're wearing a jumper. That's weird.
Oh, aircon's on.
Okay, that doesn't make it any better, but
Just
sure.
turn the aircon off.
Yeah, just grow up.
Yeah, exactly.
The
In
irony of it, like a 20-year-old saying that to a 36-year-old. All right.
and you're an old man, geez. Wow, you are old. I'm like 20. Come on. George isn't
Not
on the
that
pod.
age.
Definitely not. I still get asked for ID. Think about that for a second. Look,
That's good.
in thematically with go on, what are you gonna say?
I think that's got nothing to do with what you look like. And it does.
Let's just say, come on, let's we're all friends here.
No. It's okay. Let's move on.
Okay, that's
I don't want to get
sure,
cancelled.
sure. Oh, okay, cool. I think I know what you're getting at then. Look, speaking of you, Jesse, we see that your picture on this recording is of Joachim Anderson. So we'll start today's topics with everyone's favorite team, Manchester United. It's everyone's favorite team, but Yoni's and mine because they give us depression every single week. Yoni, you went to sleep at halftime. Right decision given daylight savings. So we lost an hour of sleep. So I've lost an hour of sleep watching that shit. But have you managed to catch up on the remainder of the game?
Yeah. Watch it in the morning. Fun times. Go to the gym, put it on, cry, lose your energy. I actually felt like a Man United player in the morning. I was so tired. So yeah.
Tired, labored. Yeah, not a good performance. It's just another. It's hard to really explain how bad we've been. Last
It is
night, I
a
mean,
final third thing because I feel like what I always see Man U do is run forward, get to the final third, pass sideways, pass back. Like it's just a lot of that. There's no like penetration when a team is actually like sitting deep.
It's like we just don't know how to break down defenses. We just don't, because our defense now has been shored up a little bit with Varane coming back, with Amrabat going into the side. Like it's like we're not really like losing the midfield or leaking goals,
Game.
which
But
is
you-
good. But like we just can't break teams down. I don't get it. I really don't. And I know like we should have had a penalty, blah 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 blah. But who cares? We shouldn't be relying on handball decisions to get a 1-1 with Crystal Palace at home.
Yeah. But we're not good at like
We're not
like
good in general.
one touch kind of movements. Like when you think of like Arsenal's best goals, like that Ramsey goal or whatever, like from a decade ago, or whatever the case is, like
Oh yeah,
1-1-1-1. We have like none of that, and I
we
don't even
never do
think
that.
that level. I'm just saying, like, if a team sits deep, we need that pretty much. Or we need
Yeah.
really like the runners to actually make good runs. Like on the left, we're useless with Rashford. Like at least Pellistri kind of does a lot of running, and he kind of like
Yeah.
does try to do a lot of 1-2s. But Rashford's like, let me get the ball, let me run it at player, run a little bit more, miss it and lose the ball. Like I've just summed up Rashford in the last 7 games.
You know
Yeah.
who would be really good for United right now?
Shut up. Don't say
Jaden Sancho. I
it.
think
I know.
I reckon he'd be
Because
pretty
that's his
decent.
type of game.
Well,
Like,
that's its
I actually think, imagine if him and Pellistri played together. I actually think the two of them, if you manage to chuck them on, like kind of like to play together, that'd be so good because they do have that kind of like style.
well, that's the thing. I mean, yeah, because look, Jan Sancho is just one factor across like a multitude of issues that that United have ran into across the season. With the whole Greenwood saga, Anthony's back training, but that's still a bit of a cloud hanging over the squad. But Sancho, I mean, yeah, it's been what 3 weeks since the Arsenal game where he got
He
called
hasn't
out by
had
Ten
a
Hag.
chance again.
Well, apparently, all it's going to take is an apology for calling Ten Hag a liar, and Sancho's not doing it. But on the other hand, he's up till 3 in the morning playing FIFA and not even winning. So like, if you're going to be up late, can you at least like win
So
your
not even
Ultimate
winning,
Team
he's a
games?
Man United player.
I know he's true to form, but
But
what do we think? I mean, like I've got my opinions, but I'll leave both yourself, Yoni, as a fan, and then Jesse as from like the outside perspective. Like, what do you guys think of this whole Sancho situation? Like, just as a whole,
he's a muppet.
that's reasonable. Jesse,
Um, Look, I reckon I reckon United just got to ease up on him, to be honest. I think he had the same kind of problems at Dortmund. Still managed to work with Dortmund, and like the few managers that they had still performed. So I think United look, I think
he's been given enough opportunity at United to fix this, and he hasn't even performed. And at least at Dortmund, he was performing when this is happening. Like, he's just not performing. Like, it's a fact. Like, and it's not just now; it's over the last.
I mean, he rocked up at United and got played out of position, lost his confidence.
Yeah, and
I also
tried last season to bring it back.
I think it's just like we don't know what's what maybe there's something else that's going on that he's just not telling anyone. Like, I think a lot of people were quick to embrace Dele Alli when he came back and made all these, like, when he spoke about all of his mental problems and everything that he's been going through, and then 3 weeks after that interview, everyone's hanging shit on Sancho almost immediately.
Yeah. But if you're going to go down that route, you're going to have to say this about every player ever who's underperforming, and therefore, like, he can just be like, oh.
I don't think players should be immune to criticism. That's like, don't get me wrong, that's not what I'm saying at all. But I don't think players should be abused, or all the shit that they get.
Being abused by Ten Hag.
Obviously he's not being abused by Ten Hag, but he's probably like, it's a factor though. He's probably being abused by fans. I haven't looked for his Instagram, but I imagine.
I mean, United. Well, he's deleted his Instagram now. He's blacked it out. Like, he's completely wiped off his account. Now, look, you definitely shouldn't be abusing the bloke, but United fans are just. I mean, we're all a bunch of idiots. Let's be honest. Like, I mean, I hate our fan base. If I'm being honest,
if he wants to stop being abused, say sorry.
Well, but I think that's not going to stop it, though. I mean, like,
it's not. I think
it will put him apparently in Ten Hag's good books where he can play again and prove to the fans that he actually wants to be there, as opposed to just moaning and crying.
Look, the one thing, I don't know why I'm holding on to this. But the one thing that, like, I mean, look, you're never going to stop the abuse from the fans, because the fans are the fans. They're just they're loud, they're vocal, they're vitriolic. Like, we have a huge fan base. You're just going to get a lot of idiots everywhere. But the one thing with, like, if you look at things like the Ten Hag side of things, is that at the end of the day, Ten Hag gave him 3 months off last year to sort himself out, get his head right, get his body right, and everything. So for Sancho to have pretty much called Ten Hag a liar and, like, blast him out on social media, like in the Instagram story, to say that about the coach that has invested a lot of time and effort into you, is a bit of a slap in the face for Ten Hag. Like, it doesn't tolerate any abuse or anything like that. And, you want to see him get better. You want to see him sort his life out. But there comes a point where it's like, okay, you're on 350 grand a week. Not saying that money makes you immune to any problems, because it definitely doesn't. Any person in any walk of life can have problems. But there comes a point where it's like, you're just not being professional at this point. You can't expect people to help you if you're not willing to help yourself. You can't be like, oh, I'm gonna, Ten Hag is saying I'm a bad professional, blah, 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 blah. But then it's like, but maybe you are. Like, I mean, if the manager thinks you're not training hard enough, maybe look at yourself and think, maybe I'm not training hard enough. And also to say, oh, I'm a good trainer, blah, blah. But then you're getting caught out at 3 a.m. playing pro clubs, playing Ultimate Team. Like, when all you have to do is say, look, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have posted, I want to be better, and then just reintegrate yourself back into the side. Me personally, I just don't understand why that's so hard, because that's very lenient, if I'm being honest. Like, just a simple sorry to get him back into the good graces, that's very lenient. I mean, I know it gets a bit tiring talking about Sir Alex, but really, if a player is publicly blasting the coach like that, that's you can't undermine the manager. United haven't had enough of a problem with player power over the last 10 years. The last thing we need is to have another player who's unprofessional win ahead of the manager. We let it happen with Pogba and Mourinho, and then what ended up happening out of that? Nothing. We're still shit. Are we going to let it happen again with Sancho? We're letting Sancho win over Ten Hag, when, in all honesty, Ten Hag has been the best thing that's happened to us since Sir Alex.
Okay. Now, I do want to talk about Vidal, because I don't actually know what he said.
Jesse, do you want to deliver the call? Jesse, do you have anything to say about, like, my little monologue there, or not?
Look, I agree with you, but I still think at the same, like, it's hard to say without knowing, like, inside, like, what's going on. I don't necessarily think Sancho is wrong to call Ten Hag out, but maybe not publicly. as he did.
Well, what is it?
Because like if you
He said he was a scapegoat. What
he
was
said he
his-
was a scapegoat, and he had been training hard, and Ten Hag wasn't selecting him. I think that's the gist of everything. And look, I don't necessarily disagree with what Sancho said because I don't watch the trading. I don't know if Sancho did train hard, but like to see, Ten Hag's playing Martial over Sancho like at the time in a strike position. We know Sancho can play as a false nine. He did it in your preseason and he did it well. So like if you're getting that guy starting every game because you don't have your striker and Sancho's being left on the bench or not starting, like I don't necessarily disagree with Sancho calling it out, maybe just not publicly.
Not publicly.
Like you guys,
That's the thing. That's the thing. Like it probably shouldn't have been on an Instagram story.
yeah. I think
Should have
Sancho
been,
should
like,
turn around,
in-house.
and apologize, saying I didn't mean I shouldn't have done it publicly. But like he Ten Hag does need to realize like you're rewarding someone that even United fans were thinking was playing like shit.
I wanted Sancho to play. I was saying it, I think, like literally the day before.
Look,
But-
I'd like Sancho to play, and I can't talk. I've wanted him at the club for years, to be fair. Like, I mean, so that's kind of making my own bed. But the thing is, as you both mentioned, is him doing it publicly. We can't keep things in house. Leaks, social media stories, whatever it may be. We just can't do anything in house. I really don't know why. I mean, I know like these days it's hard to keep things in house given the world we live in. But I mean, God, you guys are a bunch of adults. Just behave that way. But Jesse, do you want to mention the Vital things and fill Yoni in on what Vital said about Ten Hag? It's something.
So not everybody in the world likes Ten Hag. So Arturo Vidal, who doesn't even play in Europe anymore,
Is he still playing in Brazil, or is he?
I believe
finished?
so. I don't think he's retired just yet. I'm not 100% too sure. Yeah, he still plays in Brazil. But anyway, he came out and he goes on Ten Hag. He said that coach came in badly. How are you going to take out Cristiano Ronaldo? That's how these guys are. He was a top scorer and he takes him out. These bold guys are very complicated.
Maybe he's not a fan of Pep as well.
He must have been.
Pep?
Yeah, he played
Bayern.
under Pep at Bayern. So
He was a regular starter under Pep.
Vidal does talk a lot of shit. I remember right before the Bayern versus Barca game when we beat them 8-2, he's like, "Oh, it's time to show Bayern that they're not in the Bundesliga anymore." And then
because he was at Barca at the time.
Yeah. So he wasn't just commentating randomly. He just said it, and he played in the game, and he was horrible, and it was like the worst performance by Barca all season. And I think it was
ever.
Yeah, I think it was like someone replied after it to the tweet and it was like, "Yeah, it wasn't the Bundesliga because you guys are fucking garbage. At least the Bundesliga puts up a fight."
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's funny as well. Like, I mean, you guys know, like, I mean, I'll kiss the ground that Ronaldo walks on. But I mean, at the end of the day, Ten Hag was right to drop Ronaldo. He was out of form, and then Ronaldo gave his whole, tantrum to the media.
So much more than that as well. Like, let's not forget, Ronaldo left early during preseason in a game.
Yeah.
No, Tottenham. No, it was Tottenham. No, he didn't do preseason. No, he didn't do preseason because he wanted to leave, but then also he was dealing with.
There was something else where there were 9 players who had an issue. I don't know what it was, but everyone.
Oh no! We had some game at Old Trafford, and then a bunch of players got subbed off at halftime. Then he was one of them, and they all just fucked off at halftime.
Yeah, and then we had the Tottenham thing as well. So
yeah,
I will stand by. Ten Hag
I don't think Ten Hag is the issue, and I know some people in the group seem to think Ten Hag is. I think I don't think the owners are the issue at the moment. Like, I know overall they're the issue, but I don't think they're not what's wrong with the club playing at the moment. It's not nothing to do with them. So people going, "Oh, it's not Ten Hag, it's not the players, it's the owners." No, it's not. It's the way the players are playing at the moment. That's the issue. You're also
everything.
Yeah.
I just think there's a lot wrong. It's so holistic. The whole problem's so holistic. You can't pinpoint on one thing.
And I think Alex said it before. It's insanity to think that if you get rid of Ten Hag, you're going to get suddenly we'll have a new manager come in and everything will be perfect. We've thought that with Mourinho. We thought that with Van Gaal. We thought that with Ole, even when it looked good. We thought that with Erik Ten Hag, and yet things still aren't working. And it's literally the same cycle every time. Like it's actually the same cycle. No one can argue about it. And
all these people,
every transfer window, and we only get the players we want at the end of the transfer window, really, in regards to actually getting them to play. Like Amrabat, for 2 months we wanted him. We only got him on the last day. Then that means it takes about
And that was a
6
loan.
months to get better. And a loan.
And that was also a loan, not even like a proper transfer.
But I don't even know if that's like, I can't say that's the owners. That could be Richard Arnold. That could be like the fact that we don't have a director of football. Still, like, there's a million things wrong with this club. And you can't just say it's one thing, this and that and that. But the issue is, in order to get the biggest fix possible, you need to get rid of the owners, so the owners can get new CEOs, like a director of football and whatever, and actually start caring about the club, because it's clear Glazers don't care, because if they did, they would fix what's happening underneath them.
I feel like they have, though. They put in a new CEO. They got rid of Ed back in the day.
Because
they
of all the pressure.
split.
And the new CEO was, I believe, their CFO or something before. It's not like he was suddenly new to Man United.
John Murtaugh and Richard Arnold are currently like the decision makers. Like, one's the CEO, one's the director of football, but neither are like good at what they do.
It's not a doff.
No, he's the director of the football department. So not like
same shit.
Yeah,
it's not.
But that's the thing, though. Is like under
actual director of football does
under Woodward or whatever his name was. You guys were all, it was all one thing, commercial and football all in one.
Yeah,
now it's split.
That's true.
We're still living with the consequences of Ed Woodward as well. Like, look at the contracts that we still, like Maguire, we can't get rid of. That's Ed Woodward's fault. Like. You gotta understand. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's more than just Scott McDickhead, it's the players, and these are players that we had because of the situations that we've had. Like, I've said, I worry about having Bruno. Actually, I feel like he's kind of almost the reason we can't open up teams when they have a low block, because he's really good at the counter attack and getting like the right through ball and this and that, whatever. But initially, when he moved to us, he was very good at opening a defense that was low block, but he hasn't done it for like a year. Like,
I just want to
a concern of mine. But
my one question for anyone who says Ten Hag out, who do you get?
Oh, well, that's the other thing.
Because everyone's always like,
that will fix everything.
Because like everyone's like,
exactly.
Everyone's like, oh, Zidane will come. No, he won't.
No, he's not. Because
man's been waiting for France the entire time he left Madrid. He doesn't want to go anywhere. Every time
he doesn't speak English for starters. Yeah. Says that.
And like, the only clubs I could imagine him going to are clubs that he played for, because
he literally could have gone to PSG.
PSG offered him a contract. He said no. Fucking, like, I think Marseille offered him a contract and he said no.
Unless he goes back to Madrid and runs it back a third time, or he takes over from Juventus, because the Allegri's it's a bit of a cloud with him. We're not getting Zidane. I've heard people say Potter, and it's like, but Potter, like, you're gonna get Potter after what just happened at Chelsea. Everyone's like, you can get De Zerbi, and it's like, but
what's Potter going to do different to what Erik ten Hag did?
Well, exactly, and like people, and like this is where, like, and I think I mentioned this in our watch along for the NLD last week, is that a lot of these pundits just watch like, they're very like insulated in terms of watching England. Everyone's like, oh, who's this Ten Hag? And it's like, do people forget that this guy was like one kick away from a Champions League final? He also built like amazing Ajax squads. Ajax were a bit of a joke before he came in, and then he got them back. And they're a joke now. We'll touch on that later. Like, are people forgetting just because Ten Hag struggled a little bit with United? Even though, like, last season, we actually had a good season by all metrics last season.
Struggled with them. That's what people
exactly forget. Like, it's Moisey struggled, Van Gaal struggled,
and you can see the building blocks Ten Hag's put in place, and it's much like Ange at Spurs. Like, I don't. It's way too soon to say Ange is having the same effect, but like, you can see that he's changing the mindset of the club. And he's putting the fans first and all that. It's not like Mourinho or Conte, who didn't care. They just took it as a paycheck, and like, there is no manager that could replace Ten Hag at the moment. Like I just said, Potter, no. De Zerbi, why, not to be rude, but why would he want to leave Brighton?
Yeah, why would he?
They're performing well at the moment.
Unless he does go to Madrid, like you mentioned. You mentioned just they might look at him.
You could go Nagelsmann. He doesn't, or he just took over Germany, so never mind. But like, there's no decent manager out at the moment that's available, and if there is, there's a very good reason why they're not.
Exactly, and as well, like from mine and Yoni's perspective, when we sacked Oli and we had the Rangnick interim period, obviously the media were doing everything they could to get Poch to United. Some people were also, peddling Conte to us.
So
Yeah, and it's just like, for starters, yeah, Poch. Look how good Poch is doing at Chelsea. So love how the media aren't going to pile on him, but that's its own topic. But we would be hypocrites to then like turn our backs on Ten Hag, because this is the guy that we wanted, but we wanted him for a reason, because we know he's a good manager. We know he can play good football. We know he can build culture in a squad. It just so happens that right now United is quite rotten, quite messy, and there's a lot that needs to be resolved. This has been the same issue for 10 years, like that. If we go back to our mate Will, the meme that he shared, it's just the constant cycle. You get a manager, first season good, shit transfer window, shit performances, you get him out, reset. Van Gaal had a good first season. We did nothing in the transfer window. He got sacked. Mourinho had a good couple of years. And look, if Mourinho and Van Gaal, who are Champions League winners, can't get tunes out of this mob, what makes you think that, Graham Potter or Pochettino, it's just ridiculous. Like the club's issues are so much bigger than any manager can resolve on their own. It takes a massive concerted effort. Like Pep Guardiola is not going to get a tune out of this United team. Like, yeah, Pep Guardiola is, arguably the best coach of all time, but what he's got behind him at City is unparalleled. Like it's a perfect scenario. It's a perfect scenario.
The massive difference between United and City at the moment is like, if Pep has a disagreement with a player, that player just gets kicked out immediately.
Exactly. Look at Cancelo. Cancelo was the best fullback in the country. Gone.
On top of that, though, you know what? Without a player, the media is like, "Oh, Pep's done the right thing for the club. This, and this." If Ten Hag's like, "Oh, this isn't right with this player," they're like, "Oh, screw Ten Hag. He's treating him wrong. He's doing this, blah blah blah." Like, he has to cop a lot more shit. I do want to say the other thing about the media and Ten Hag and Poch is that the Ten Hag, people now saying, "Oh, it's only been 7 games for Poch. We shouldn't judge him quite yet." And yet, 2 games into last season, when United lost the first 2 games, there were people in the pundits calling for his head, saying he should already be gone. He's out of he can't wear the suit and all that kind of stuff. They're not doing that with Poch though, are they? So it's just the whole thing about you get as many clicks as you can, you create as much drama as you can about Man United, because that's what people want to see. And
but
that means that the fans want Ten Hag out because they're buying into the media and shit.
Yeah, but also as well, Poch is a little bit of a media darling because he's coached in the league before. So
in the league.
But that's what I'm saying. He's coached in the league before, so he's familiar. He's also look, for all these flaws in terms of maybe his style, he's a lovely bloke. They love that. Whereas wait, just one sec. He's a lovely bloke, so they like that. Ten Hag is just and Ten Hag's Dutch. These people are just ridiculously blunt, and I think it throws people off. Like when he's going to say how he feels, it just throws people off how blunt he is, and they don't like it. They also don't like that he's actually really good at not dancing around, but he knows how to answer questions in a way that's not going to give them a headline. So they just it's like they want to come at him with pitchforks, which is just shit. But it's the belly of the beast, unfortunately, or the nature of the beast, I should say. So it's a bit shit. But what are we going to say, Yoni?
All I was going to say was, and I now forgot. It doesn't matter.
Oh my god. Oh jeez. Well, you know what? I mean, we can wrap on about. Quickly, go.
Poch is proven in the Premier League, and yet
with no trophies.
The Premier League was 3rd place, I believe.
Second.
Erik ten Hag, 3rd place last season.
And the trophy.
Proven in the Premier League.
And the trophy. In England.
Yeah.
I mean, Poch failed with Messi and Amaro and Mbappe. That's enough said. But we can bang on about United all day, and we probably will continue banging on with United because the problems aren't going to end anytime soon. But we'll go on to Ten Hag's former employers, Ajax, because what the actual fuck is going on there? If anyone wants to maybe bring up last week what was going on during our watch along. Jesse, do you want to run us down? Do you want to run us down with us?
Yeah, Ajax is currently 14th in the league.
That's Chelsea level bad.
Yeah, so there's only 18 teams in the league, so they're only 2 spots off being in the relegation fight. I mean, yes, where they've only managed to play 5 games, so when most of the teams in the league have played 7, so
because 2 of their games got called off.
Yeah.
One they were losing 4-0.
Yeah. So Ajax, they're all over the place. First off, old mate Sven, who's their director of footballer, was pressuring players.
Sven Misland, is this
I actually
Mislintat?
just had to like really scroll down significantly on the table to find Ajax.
I know.
Is this Sven Mislintat, Jesse? Their DOF?
Yeah, so not anymore. He's been fired. But he brought in players that his agency or an agency were saying to bring in. And that's because that agency owned one of the company, like owned like his shares in the company that he owned or something like that. It's all sketchy shit, and Ajax is now investigating it. But he's been fired on the one of their match days of against Feyenoord. He was running around the Ajax offices demanding that they sack the manager of Ajax. So he went a bit crazy. So that's that. Then what else? Oh, so they play Feyenoord, their biggest rivals. Where's Feyenoord on the table? Third. Where's Ajax 14th? So, their biggest rival, one of their biggest rivals in the Netherlands. They're losing 2-0, I think it was, or 3-0. And the game gets called off because the Ajax fans stormed the pitch, throw flares, pretty much all that. Game got resumed on Wednesday behind closed doors and finished 4-0, with one of the Feyenoord players becoming the first player to score a hat-trick, I think, for Feyenoord against Ajax at Ajax's home, which is pretty cool because you get to do it on 2 days.
That's pretty funny.
So imagine, doing that. Furthermore, so one of their all-time legends, Marco van Basten, he's pissed. So he was out in the media saying, we need to just stop professional football in the Netherlands.
Yeah, he said it keeps on happening.
Yeah, I mean that if we can't behave normally in a stadium, maybe we should just stop. It should be 3-0 to Feyenoord, make it 5-0 if they say we could have scored more. He's done. They're all done with it. The mayor of I don't even know what is that even the name. Amsterdam. That's the one. I was like,
the capital city, just in case you weren't sure.
No, I didn't. I knew that. I just didn't know if Ajax was like a town or something. Anyway, he threatened to cancel more matches if the hooliganism persists. So the fans are on notice. Fans obviously stormed the pitch. They were trying to break into the offices. And yeah, there's a lot of shit going on. They're not playing well. I mean, as they've won one game, even the match in Europe was shit. They drew with Marseille. With Aubameyang scoring against them. So like, old mate, he's still kicking around, kicking ass.
I will say, gone are the days of Johan Cruyff, of Dennis Bergkamp.
Because Cruyff's dead.
Even the Seb Haller days are gone. That's it.
Yeah, they're not.
A manager that was really successful for them. Don't know,
but he's not as good as Poch. So.
And so sorry, the director of football, when he was storming around, looking for the manager, also was verbally abusing the players, calling them shit and all that. So they're all over the place, man.
They're all over the shop, yeah.
And it's not just Ajax too. Like, there's an issue with Dutch football at the moment of flares being thrown. A bunch of games got cancelled at the end of last season too. So it's a lot of fun in the Netherlands. And
I know.
So almost like someone isn't talking about it and would rather just talk about United stuff. Will?
Sorry, who? Sorry, what? I missed it. Sorry, what was his name?
Will Smith.
Will Smith. Oh,
slapped
his wife.
Yeah.
Is he a right winger for United?
Jeez.
Yeah,
should be.
But I think that's a good segue actually to the next segment. The fans being a bit rude.
Oh, that wasn't the next segment, but I suppose we can talk about it. Jesse, you know more about this than anyone. There's been a lot of shitty fan behavior. Do you want to run by what's happened just in this past, 5 days, you said?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know what's going on with fans in Europe at the moment. Like, they're all over the place. So obviously at the start of the week, we had the Atletico Madrid versus Real Madrid derby. And the Atletico Ultras, racism in Spain has gone too far. These Ultras were, hanging shit on an 8-year-old girl for having a Vinny Jr. shirt on. So yes. It was her first trip to see Real Madrid play. So it was her first ever football game. You know, she's gone to the game. They not only abused her for supporting Real Madrid, but they also started abusing her because of her nationality. This is 8-year-old. They were threatening
What
to
was
kill
her
her.
nationality?
Oh, I think she's Spanish, but she's just black. So you know, they were being racist.
Yep,
Um,
standard.
yeah.
But let's not forget, you can't be rude to Greenwood in over there. You can be racist, you can be mean to girls,
Oh yeah,
but
and then
not
you've
to
got all the
Greenwood.
fans in Spain getting punished for saying speaking German about Greenwood. All they're saying is the Greenwood the. Where apparently they're all getting threatened to
They were
fine.
saying, yeah, I think it was die Greenwood die. They were saying or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Was it?
which is German for the Greenwood the.
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
oh my
I
god,
like
you're
it.
the
I
worst.
like it.
You're the
Thank you.
worst. Oh my gosh. I just realized what you were getting at.
No, but
Debut, D.
yeah, so yeah, Germany's making it big over there. A lot of people speaking German around Greenwood, but that's not really like a fan issue. That's just being smart. I can't say anything about Greenwood on here, but Alex, feel free to say your thoughts on Greenwood real quick.
Oh,
Oh,
you've already.
he's a rapist pig. What do you want me to tell you?
Thank you.
Bees misses got away with it. Like I can't believe it. Well, I mean that's
Thank you.
Spain's. I mean Spain's got a lot going on because you know they've obviously there was the Rubiales situation. He got forced to resign. I actually saw his interview with Piers Morgan where he kind of is like, I made a mistake, but like I didn't do anything wrong. And it's like it's the same thing with the Greenwood statement. It's like you made a mistake, but you didn't do anything wrong. What is it? It's just like, and look, Rubiales is smart because he speaks English, but he gave his interview in Spanish just so he doesn't like get his words twisted. But he just screamed it just screams the whole like I'm refusing to take responsibility. So interesting times to be in Spain to be Spanish right now because yeah they're women. I know the entire women's team were boycotting. The men's national team also like I think called out Rubiales to resign. So that's one thing. But that wasn't the extent of the fan problems, Jesse, because you mentioned in our
Yeah,
like
so
little preparation there's been a lot more. I know of one, the Sheffield Wednesday situation, but there was the other one you mentioned about Newcastle making fun of Munich. I didn't hear about this, but please enlighten us.
yeah. So Newcastle fans after their win against Man City were mocking the Munich air disaster. So one wrong Man United, wrong Manchester club, but two like
What
yeah.
were they saying exactly? Like what were they doing to mock it?
I don't recall. There's a video out. I haven't seen it. I've just seen the police arrested them and all that, and they got named
Oh, they
and
got
shamed.
arrested.
Yeah.
Shit.
Um,
I don't know.
goodness.
Quick, look it up while you discuss it. Newcastle,
Um,
Munich,
but
disaster.
yeah, so they're fucking crazy over there. Newcastle fans, and then obviously
Northerners.
It was in a crude video or something.
yeah, I'm
Oh,
just
he's been
reading the
named.
article.
He's been named. Yeah, I'm reading on the Daily Mail. Oh, we're all reading it. Maybe I don't know. I didn't get. Oh, apparently he mocked it up. He was mocking it after we lost to Bayern.
Uh, I don't know, but anyway, he's been arrested now. He's been charged with it.
Well, he's smart. He did it on social media, on
Yeah.
video. Absolute dickhead. Like you never do that shit on video. You never want to get
Oh,
caught.
well, it's just like the two Southampton fans or Sunderland fans.
I thought it was Sheffield Wednesday fans.
No, because it wasn't. It,
What they do.
I know what they did. I know exactly what happened. But yeah, Jesse, tell us.
so we all remember Bradley Laurie. He was a big, massive fan of Sunderland. Sheffield Wednesday, two fans in the Sheffield Wednesday crowd were making fun of him. He's the kid that died.
The one that was friends with Jermaine Defoe. Like he had that like that terminal cancer or something, the poor kid.
Yeah. So they were making fun of him and they've also been charged with that. They've been arrested, I think.
Well, the guy's been named because I woke up this morning and I was just flicking through social media and I saw a TikTok about it and the guy was named because they were showing like his photo to the sun like on their phones. They were showing it up on their phone like to the Sunderland fans like that, which is just like because he passed away a while ago now. It was like 6 years ago, but like the fuck, man, the guy was like 5 when he passed away.
6, yeah.
Just, yeah, like it's
ridiculous.
disgusting.
But yeah, just bunch of wanker fans at the moment. It's fucking like get a grip, guys. It's a game.
Yeah, I mean, after the footy, the AFL yesterday, my mate said, at the end of the day, it's just people kicking a leather ball around, isn't it? Like, I don't know why we're making fun of races, like being racist or sexist, or making fun of, like airline disasters or, dead kids.
Oh, 100%. Like
Oh
What the
yeah,
fuck's
they
wrong
did
with?
the feature thing.
Like I'll
Yes,
be
yes.
honest, like I'm not a Collingwood fan and I hate that they won, but you wouldn't see me saying anything about them at the moment. So
Well, exactly. Like, what the fuck? It's like, I don't know what's wrong with people. It's been it's just sad. I mean, I don't get what compels people to behave that way over a game.
exactly.
Probably just frustrated with not that an excuse, but with the referee thing.
Is that your shitty attempt at a segue to the next topic? Because that was dreadful. That was horrible.
Leave it to the
But I guess
I'll be honest,
bloody
I'm very passionate about it.
that's fine. No, because like I thought that's what we're going to talk about next after Ajax and United. But I mean, we can get onto it now. Now, Jesse, you must be very lucky that you don't follow the Premier League because you don't have to see this fuckery every weekend. Because what the actual fuck was last night's VAR decisions? Let's just look. We'll start every week. Well, look, every year. I don't know what's going on, but it is, which is funny because like it's having the opposite effect of what VAR is supposed to do. But we'll start with the most contentious match that happened overnight, which was Liverpool.
Okay.
Yes, no, because we're still shit. We're still shit without it. Liverpool versus Tottenham.
I love making.
I don't know what to say.
As much as the next guy, but not like this.
No, and I think Gary Neville said it best. I'm United. But that would be for the best. But second to that,
you didn't get my joke.
No, I didn't. I don't know. I don't know what your joke was. Gary Neville said it best in terms of like, I'm United, but I feel so sorry for Liverpool right now because like, what the actual hell was that? The offside.
But it's okay. They apologized.
Yeah, good for them.
Like
the offside not.
Like, oh yeah, it's good because did Wolves get a point back? No, we're not going to get 3 points, are we? So
wait, are we talking about
Liverpool, Tottenham?
Just want to clarify. I just want to say something too. One, any like Liverpool fans upset about the decision? You've had a lot of decisions go your way against Tottenham in the past. Like I will happily provide a lot of proof of that.
Yeah, I've seen the images. Don't worry, we've seen it all.
But moving on from that. I just want to talk about McAllister on Romero's Instagram. He commented it going, normal when you play with 12. So he's probably going to cop a ban from the FA about that.
Not a ban. I think a fine. I think it'll be fine.
There's no accountability with the refs, and you can't even make fun of them. You can't even make that kind of comment or like say, "Oh, the refs are being."
I don't think. I think there's a difference.
Klopp was like, I can't say anything. It's expensive.
Yeah,
I just want to clarify. I think you should be able to criticize the ref. I don't think you should just be able to say that you're playing with 12 men or things, because that's say and I think that should be an actual punishment. So he probably should be banned for at least one game. In my opinion, you can't say that.
Give him another red card.
Yeah. But I just want to say Romero's reply to it was hilarious. He was like, "Go cry at home." to McAllister. So it looks like Messi's going to have to do some mediation between those two in the next Argentina call up because they're not going to be happy with each other.
Yeah.
Oh well, it is what it is. But yeah, you just forget the old teammates because McAllister, common Argentinian name, isn't it? But I mean the whole game. I mean, look, at the end of the day, it's pretty funny that Tottenham barely won 96 minute own goal to a team that were 2 men down. Jones's red card, because it's the same as what happened to Casemiro against Southampton. And look, I'm just going to quickly say I had a bunch of, because I was screaming about it, and I had in the group, and I had a bunch of Liverpool fans. If you actually know the rules, well, okay, well, all right, let's keep that consistency now, because the exact same thing. The ball, he bounces up into his leg. And what I've actually learned now, because I was catching up on it earlier, the referee was only showing the still image of Jones making the connection.
Yeah.
which is how you can't like a
Also
still
something
image
that
or
matters.
slow. Yeah, a still image or slow mo. It's gonna make everything look worse. It's gonna amplify everything. You got to show it in real time
Can I
because
say
like you got to be empathetic to players.
And I just want to bring up Dermot Gallagher, my favorite referee, who
Ah, fuck that cunt.
got asked why Man United didn't get a handball against Spurs, and then last week Arsenal got the handball against Spurs.
The same play, basically the exact same thing.
In the same position and everything, and he was like, "Oh, he looked lost, a deer in headlights," and then he ended up having to just answer why Arsenal got the pen.
He did it. He did it last night again. The guy. They bring him on as like the refereeing expert. Fuck, my room is dark right now. Jesus Christ. They bring him on as like the refereeing expert to like give his opinion or whatever. But the guy is like genuinely just useless. Like
the issue is he's good when they're actually getting things right, but now people have actually started asking them, "Why is this wrong?" And he's like,
no, but he's always been hopeless. Like the guy just agrees with everything the ref does, and like he's just a mouthpiece. The guy doesn't actually give like any opinions. Doesn't give anything dissenting or anything like that.
Howard Webb exactly why this is given and this isn't. Why did this happen? Like, and not just like, oh, we made a mistake. I want to know why.
Hey,
Yeah.
Look,
Why
don't
was that a
stress
mistake?
because England's going to have to start hiring foreign refs because all the English refs are
They should.
getting scouted by Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. I hope they all fuck off, honestly.
Well, they're just so poorly trained. They just don't know what they're bloody doing. I don't get it. Like
But
you
they
had
also
that
have this
the
whole
off,
attitude of like I'm the best, and that makes it even worse. Oh.
they have such a superiority complex, and they have to. They're so like. Here's the thing, like because when I go from like say watching the Premier League to watching the Champions League or watching other leagues, is that you notice the referees so much more in England versus other competitions. They're just such a focal point or a talking point. The referee should not be noticed. The referee should only ever be noticed when there's like a decision, that's it. But they're just such a central theme of the game, whether it's by design or accident, I don't know. But it's too much. You should not be that focused.
Respect from the referee to the players in England, but there is a respect from the referee to to other players in Champions League. Like you can see
and in other leagues, yeah.
Yeah. But then it's okay.
100%.
We need to respect the refs.
It's bullshit. I mean, like that. But the thing is, well, because they obviously PGM will apologize for stuffing up the VAR.
You know what? They apologized for it with the Man City offside thing, right? They apologized.
Yeah, they apologized.
Literally the same situation yesterday.
But not only that though. Not only that. What I was going to say is because they stuffed up the offside for Liverpool, like they didn't do the lines properly or whatever. That's exactly what happened to Arsenal last season against Brentford, where they fucked up the VAR and didn't draw the lines. How do you have all this technology and you're not even using it properly? And how do you do it?
I don't know how true this is.
2 years in one row. 2 years in a row. What happens if Liverpool, because they're only like a point behind City, and Liverpool are looking good this year. What happens if Liverpool lose the league by a point?
I heard that what happened was that the VAR actually thought that the ref gave the goal, and so when they said check complete, they actually meant like the goal should stand, but the ref didn't give the goal. So when he heard check complete, he didn't give the goal.
Well, then why wouldn't the VAR just get in his ear and say, "Hey, no, idiot, got it wrong"? Like they have the microphones talk.
Once he says goal given, like that was it. I'm pretty sure.
Well, then they should have been more clear in their communication while doing the VAR checks.
Yeah,
I don't know how true, but that's just what I read.
No, Yoni is spot on there. So it was exactly like that. And once the decision's made, you can't reverse it from there. Ridiculous, but like, you can go into a game at halftime and look back at the things and go, oh, I fucked so many stuff up at halftime, and I'm taking away a goal, blah blah blah. You can't reverse a decision once it's made. It's unfortunate. And except for like obviously when VAR does it immediately after. I think England's got a real issue of like they need more refs. Let's be real. They need more refs, more highly trained refs, and I don't know. I don't know what the refs get paid in England, but they
a lot.
I don't know.
Several hundred thousand pounds a year, pretty sure.
Yeah, it's a bit ridiculous that they're not like getting paid more. I think England's gonna suffer if they don't start protecting the refs a bit more, but also making sure the refs are being held accountable, is they're going to suffer from refs not wanting to be there. We already saw, like, fans are going to start reacting to what managers say, and like we've already seen it. We saw Marino when Anthony Taylor, his wife, and his daughter were attacked by Roma fans trying to get on the plane back to England. So that's gonna, like, I'm not saying it's going to happen in the near future, but if they don't have, like, England doesn't train their refs better, or has more refs, so not maybe, like, you can rotate refs out and actually punish them for when they make bad mistakes.
Yeah.
And then give them time off to relearn the rules or whatever. I don't know. Like, then you're gonna have more of these incidents occur, and people aren't gonna want to ref anymore. You already have a problem with refs down like a local football level because no one wants to get abused by parents.
Yeah.
So, like, you don't want that to, it's hard enough to get refs as it is. Like, you don't want to keep fucking it up. I think, yeah, they do need to be held accountable, because, like, if I stuff up in my job, I got to go do more training. So that should be the same for English refs. If they make a mistake, they shouldn't be awarded by, reffing the next match. That should be like, all right, you can't ref that match. You're going to training to relearn the rules. I think FIFA also needs to step in a bit and make sure all leagues follow the exact same rules as well. Because,
so annoying.
Like, England, I think, is it England that's doing the, like, the 10 plus extra long minutes or whatever?
Yes.
Extra time, yeah. Not everyone in Europe's doing that yet, and then we had the whole issue of everyone else in Europe was doing 5 subs, but England was still doing 3 because they wanted to be difficult. Now you guys are at 5 subs. Like, rules should just be universal. They should no league should have different rules from another. Every game, every rule.
Yeah, 100%. And even, like, as well, England were like a year after everyone in terms of getting VAR. Like, they got VAR. I think they got VAR, and I think they got goal line tech a year later. I don't know why, but as you said, like what you said in terms of fans copying what managers say, it's spot on, because managers are already quite, like, vitriolic on the touchline or after the fact. Eventually, it is going to rub off to the fans. You look at what Arteta does. They have to change the rules because of Arteta, the way he carries on. That's going to rub off onto his players. That's going to rub off onto Arsenal fans. God knows what's going to happen. Not saying that the referees are bringing it onto themselves in terms of the abuse, but unfortunately, as we've just mentioned earlier, football fans are fucking retarded. So you got to do something to, like, make sure that everyone's, like, together and no one's going to get hurt or abused. It's like what happened with Anthony Taylor.
Yeah. So otherwise, yeah, you're gonna have, if refs can't ref games, like, as much as I'd love for all games to be automatically refed by, like, a robot or something, that's never gonna happen.
Yeah.
You can't not have a ref there, and if we
no ref, no game.
Yeah, exactly. And, someone will always want to do it, but no one's going to want to do it that badly to get abused and, their kids get threatened and shit.
I honestly
exactly
think they have that little accountability after, like, if they took it, right? As in, like, the actual ref, not just PGMOL afterwards saying, oh, sorry. But if the ref had, like, a 1-minute post-match, at least they'll still get abused. They will. But at least fans will have more of an understanding as to why a decision was made.
Yeah.
If they could admit to a mistake immediately after the match,
why, I'd be like, okay, you're an idiot, but I get why you made that mistake. Right now, I'm just like, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Exactly. And also, if we, actually had some proper, like, media representation, not all made Dermot Gallagher. No, good. This, like, what the fuck? Like, you just, because not only, like, because what Yoni said's great, like, of course, because it shows, like, with what they currently do, which is not taking proper ownership, and you get the mouthpiece in the media just scrambling and just saying words, it just takes us for fools and makes us look stupid and feel stupid. It's like, come on, like, we just, as humans, if people just own up to mistakes, we'll be way more forgiving. You made a mistake, but that's fine. You apologize. You own up to it. We'll grow from it.
Especially when it's the same mistake over and over, or when like, you've got multiple situations where something similar has happened in, like, 3 different games, and you've given a different reaction to each.
And sometimes they're happening literally in the same game week.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Look, same like time slot.
I know.
Exact same time slot. That's the crazy thing.
I also, like, as much as I want refs to be called out when they are bad, it shouldn't come from managers at all, really, to be honest, because that just creates a bias for that team. Like, so Klopp calls out Anthony Taylor.
You can't expect Klopp for yesterday.
No, I know.
Yeah. GG.
But yeah,
Like
no, okay, you can show your frustration, but like if he goes, Anthony Taylor's always like this against Liverpool.
but he
But the
didn't do it.
next,
He actually was like, oh, you
I
can't
know,
do
no, but I'm just using
can't
this
do that.
example because I
Yeah.
think it's happened before. But like if they're like, oh, he always does that, it just creates a bias for that referee, and then the next time, he's managing a Liverpool game, he's going to be like, well, hold on, I'm just going to get crucified if I give
Yeah.
Liverpool a red for this, so maybe it's a yellow. And it's like, well, no, that should be a red. Everyone else thinks that's a red. Don't give a fuck.
And as well, like to add to that, like I mean, look, we joke about Manchester United, LiVARpool. I've made the joke of Arsenal, but at the end of the day, I don't think no team has like an agenda for them or against them. Like every team has been a victim of like some sort of fuckery with the referees with the VAR. It's not a specific team thing. It's an everyone thing. It's all over the place. Yeah, it's at this point. I think it's just luck of the draw because we've seen it enough now over the last 4 or 5 years where no team is getting favorited or unfavorited or disfavored or whatever the word is. They're just all over the place, and it's just luck of the draw if you're going to be the beneficiary of a decision or not. Because United first game, like talking from United perspective, first game we got lucky to knock away a penalty when Onana destroyed Kalazovic, the fucking big bloke. But then on the other hand, we should have had a penalty last night and against Tottenham. I'm sure other teams are in the same boat as well. There's no agendas. They're just all over the joint.
Yes,
that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, sorry, completely agree.
It's like you leave me hanging there, guys. Come on.
I was waiting for Yoni to reply.
I have nothing.
I have nothing to say. Nothing to say.
Yeah,
nothing to say.
I think it sums it up basically when you look, you look at the controversial results in other leagues, and they're nowhere near as bad as the controversial decisions made in England. And then even in the Champions League, when you do have like that controversial ref, like it doesn't happen nearly as often. Like there's a Spanish ref that I absolutely hate and a Hungarian ref that I absolutely hate because he was very biased.
Is a Spanish guy Lahoz, the bold dickhead?
I think so. And
he retired though.
God, thank God. There was a Hungarian ref as well who was very biased for Real Madrid against Bayern and made multiple mistakes that favored Madrid. And it's like those incidents, while they don't happen nearly as much as what happens in the Premier League, and you barely ever go like you barely ever get a Champions League match where you're like, oh, that was horribly refed. So like it's very much
it's every week, and there's a reason why they don't get selected for World Cups or for Champions Leagues because they're just not up to the standard of everywhere else. Like I mean, imagine the World Cup final, which had some contentious moments. I couldn't have imagined an English ref like an Anthony Taylor or Mike Dean, if he was still refereeing, or whomever, Paul Tierney, whatever. I couldn't imagine any of those guys refereeing the World Cup final, which had a lot going on. That would just have been a disaster. Other than that, we've got a little bit more time left. Do we want to do just a quick little game just before we jet off? Because that's basically the extent of our topics for today. Do we want to do like the quick, that game that we played the watch along where we like do the teams?
Let's do it.
Let me share my screen.
Meanwhile, I'm going to ask you a question. It's going to be a who am I? It's just going to be a
Oh no, this doesn't sound good.
Career path. Okay.
Okay.
Can
you guys see that? See the screen by the way with the game?
Yes.
Yes.
Need me to zoom out or anything, or is that perfect?
No, it's good. It's good.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah, we'll quickly do who am I, Yoni?
I'm going to ignore the really, really early part of his career because you're not going to know it anyway.
Okay.
But I was at Corinthians. All right. Then I moved to Spurs.
Paulino.
Yeah, done.
Who?
Good. Paulinho.
Ah, damn it.
You're so good, Jesse. Well done.
Good guess.
I had so much more. As in, like, I was like, Guangzhou, Barcelona, Guangzhou.
I mean, I would have given it away straight away.
Straight away. Yeah. Guangzhou.
Good job.
Okay, let's do this one. Remember, aim of the game to guess players, but make it as rare as possible.
A French guy who played for Nice. That's going to be hard.
I'm just going to quickly for here, Islam Slimani.
No way. No.
Algerian Leicester.
I mean, it's better to have Slimani than have.
I'm not going to do Mahrez. Mahrez is going to be obvious. You want to go as rare as possible.
Hold on.
He played for Leicester. He like 1 year and he was shit. Did nothing.
Balotelli for Nice.
Yeah,
because I don't think many.
But they had another player.
That was Algerian.
Yeah.
Who?
Rachid Ghazal.
Oh, Ghazal. Oh, okay, I didn't. I didn't realize I had him.
Rach. That's not H. RACHRDGEGH. Yeah.
Who?
Did he play for Leicester? I
Oh,
didn't know
Nice,
that.
man. Yeah.
Okay, wait. You said
Probably
Balotelli for
Balotelli,
Nice.
like not many people
He,
look for Balotelli.
he's not French, mate. He's not French, mate. Just so you know.
Oh, he's
Um,
Italian. Yeah. Shit.
Thuram. THERAM.
Thuram to
Thuram,
here.
yeah, the midfielder.
Which
I
Catherine
reckon he
Thuram?
could-
Okay,
Yeah.
but he might be obvious though. He's
I-
like
I know you
the
can
how
go
spell
for
his name?
Monaco. Is that Monaco?
Yes,
You
I can't
could.
spell Catherine. Oh my god.
Oh no,
Fuck this shit.
Type his last
I'm
name. Type his last name.
just gonna type Thuram. What's wrong with me?
Yeah,
I
no one.
spelled it correctly, man. That's bullshit. Oh, whatever. Nah,
The
but
second
surely
one, mate.
there's got to
The
be
second
someone
one.
less.
I mean, you could do the guy from that tried to the other day,
From Nice.
Alexis
Oh, the-
Becker.
Who was the
Becker.
top scorer
Yeah.
when?
All right, I'm doing
when,
Becker.
Okay, yeah.
4%.
I hope he's okay.
I think he is. Wasn't nothing to do with his partner, by the way. Like everyone will say that.
Oh, where did everyone get that? Where did everyone get that from? Then everyone
It's
just
misleading.
blame the woman. Far out. What's wrong with people?
He's still dating her. It was something to do. He's had a lot of mental issues for a while. They knew about it. But he wasn't never meant to be on his own. He was
Oh.
The Leicester one. Honestly, the only one I can think for Leicester and France is Conte.
There's got to be someone else.
Leicester in France.
Oh, Leicester and Nice is obviously going to be Schmeichel. Oh, it's not Nice.
No, they don't have a connect. There's not a thing. Who's French?
Yeah.
Who's French and Newcastle? There's a lot of people.
What's his name?
Is it that, remember that point they signed like a bunch of French players?
They had the midfielder.
Goodbye.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but there's someone. Oh no, there's a player they had. Obertan played for United. Remember, Gabby Obertan.
Yeah. Obertan's good. Yeah. It's better than Kabay. I'm sure Kabay would have been okay as well.
Kabay would have been like a common guess. I feel.
For Nice and Monaco, you could do Sofiane Diop.
Oh.
Diop.
Was Diop
Googling these.
No,
he was the good, he was the good striker for Nice when he was manager.
Monaco and Leicester. Tillman's the obvious one, but there's got to be someone else who's less obvious.
Monaco, Leicester.
Besides Yuri Tillman, there's got to be someone else that's less obvious.
I'm wondering if there's anyone that's gone the other way, but
Didn't
Has-
Slimani play for Monaco? Yeah, he did.
He
He went
did.
on-
Okay,
He went on loan.
he did. We can go Islam Slimani. God, he's ugly. Why are these guys so ugly? Jeez, because they're French.
like looking in the mirror, isn't it?
Who could we do
Oh.
for Monaco and Newcastle?
Monaco, Newcastle.
I'm sure there's a big one, but I just can't.
For Algeria, Nice, you could do Ben Rama.
Saeed Ben Rama,
Yeah,
Ben Rahma.
I didn't realize.
Who's French Leicester? That's not Kante. They had some other shithead midfielders. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I'm just thinking top of my head.
I assume Ndidi is not.
No, he's Nigerian, dude.
Yeah.
It's nowhere near. There's nowhere near France.
I mean, half of France.
Wesley Fofana, one that just moved to Chelsea.
It's still obvious though, isn't it?
But
I mean,
Kante is more obvious, isn't he?
everyone would go Kante, surely.
That's
16%,
probably.
it's not horrible.
Okay, so we know an Algerian for Newcastle and and a Newcastle and Monaco player.
That's a Monaco. I reckon in the 90s, there was a few, but I just can't think of any. 90s Newcastle and Monaco players.
Didn't Islam play for Newcastle too?
No, no,
No, he did. I'm
Did he?
pretty sure he did. I'm pretty sure he did.
no. This guy's been everywhere.
I'm pretty sure because it was like when he went to Leicester, he fucking was shit, and then he went out and loaned everywhere.
Yeah, but I don't think one of them was Newcastle because I think Newcastle at the time had other strikers.
I can only think of one.
Oh, old mate from Schalke.
I think
From
he's-
Schalke. Sorry.
Who?
Oh fuck, he was a wanker. Bentaleb or something like that.
Oh, Nabil Bentaleb. Oh,
No, Newcastle, Algerian.
yes, that's what I was thinking. Nabil Bentaleb. Did he play for Tottenham, or am I losing my brain there? He did.
46 off.
So that's probably the only player then. That's really. So here's a
Slimani did
mon.
both Newcastle and
He did. Oh,
Monaco.
oh
I know
man.
one, but it's only because I searched it. So
I
don't wanna
mean,
say.
well, we're here.
Alan St. Maxim.
Okay, I know one in the
No,
90s.
Sam Max didn't play for
Monaco.
Monaco. Sam Max played for
No,
Nice
he
actually.
played for Monaco as well, just for one
Did
game.
he?
Yeah. But
Oh, well, hang on.
did you put Frank Dumas?
Who the hell? Well, is that the guy you googled?
Yeah, but you know how I was telling you there's somebody in the 90s that I was thinking of. That's actually him. But yeah,
How do you spell his name? Is it Frank doing like
D-U-M-A-N.
this?
With a K as well, I think. Dumas, D-U-M.
Oh, Dumas.
Yeah, I think like that. Yeah.
Frank Dumas. Yeah, a little bit of help from Google, but we succeeded.
Yeah,
already
but that's
scored.
what I was thinking of actually.
There's other. That's it. Oh shit. Oh my god. What?
Yeah, there's a
I'm not
few.
gonna.
I'm happy to do
I'm not going. Oh, I'm not going to FBF. Fuck off.
3 Algerian players who played. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did, man. Islam
Who?
Salamari.
Did he
I'm
play for
pretty sure-
Newcastle?
Yeah.
Okay,
did?
let me look it up.
Slimani.
Did Slimani? Did Slimani? Why? What the hell?
It's the Islamic jobs in London.
Don't ask, mate. Did he play? Hang on, I'm pulling up his Wikipedia.
Yeah,
He
Newcastle
did play for
player.
Newcastle.
4 games.
This guy's had
Do the
such a
next one,
nothing
do the next
career.
one, do the
Is
next
there a
one.
next one? There's a next one.
Isn't there like if you go football?
Can't go women's football. I don't think I would get him.
If that though.
the-
Oh no, the what there's one from the other day that I
There's
showed,
one
which
that
was
has like connections as well and things like that. It's pretty cool.
there's this one here. There's another one. There's this.
So that's Nigeria, Belgium, and Ivory Coast.
Yes, it's Ivory Coast. Well, I know how I can do for Nigeria, Italy. Taiwo.
Oh yeah.
Or we could do Obafemi Martins.
This is gonna be hard because Eredivisie.
Yay!
That'll be easy, mate.
Oh, this could be Kanu.
The fuck was that?
Oh,
That was me
yeah.
sneezing. Nkwanu Kanu.
Scared
Yeah.
the shit out of me, mate.
Grow up.
League One Nigerian.
Conte.
He's
Isn't-
what?
And
Oh, he's from Senegal, isn't he?
not Nkunku.
No, he's
French.
N'Golo Kante's French. He's French, my friend.
Oh man, what a horror.
Where did Leicester get Ndidi from?
France?
They might have.
I don't know.
I reckon he would have been.
Human
I can't remember.
Just try Ndidi and let's see.
Oh, I feel like there's someone else that we could use, but okay. With Ndidi. You suck, dick.
Well done, well done.
Yeah,
We're blaming you. No, I'm blaming you, Yoni. Belgian Serie A. There's a lot we could do. There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of places I played there.
Belgium, Syria. I thought it was...
I'm thinking, could we do 9 Golan?
Nah.
I mean, no.
It's like the most famous Belgium to play in Syria.
Lukaku would have been probably.
Lukaku would be Mertens would probably be the most famous, to be fair.
Yeah.
I mean, he's Napoli's all-time leading goal scorer.
Go
Ah.
Nagal, Olan. Mr.
Oops.
Smokes a pack a day.
Oh, this guy's cooked. Ah, see, it wasn't that obvious. Who's a Belgian Eredivisie? You could do all the world or Vertonghen.
Yeah.
You could do De Bruyne. No,
You couldn't.
not.
No.
No, you can't. He played for Genk, yeah.
Gank.
What? Oh my
Nothing.
god, shut up.
Funny.
You're such a child.
I
I
am.
kind of rate it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do rate it a fair bit. Who's a Belgian that played in the Eredivisie? Yeah,
A lot, I'd imagine, because they're right next door to each other.
yeah, I know, but like, who's like a more vague one, an obscure one?
Belgium.
As no. Kudos is not Belgium, right?
No, it's Ghanaian.
Oh, you could do well, Bakayoko, Johan Bakayoko.
Who the fuck
Did he
is that?
play?
He's a player that plays
What did he play
for.
for in?
He plays for PSV right now.
Does he?
Yeah, he's a forward.
Bakayoko.
He's 20 years old.
Oh, I'm thinking of what's his name then.
This guy?
Yeah.
Cool. What about a Belgian League on? There's been a lot, but let's try and keep it vague-ish.
Oh,
I mean, the backup answer is Eden Hazard.
Yeah, but
I was about to say he didn't play in League One. Yes, he did.
Doku, is he Belgian?
Doku. Oh yeah, we could do Doku because he played for Stade Rennes, didn't he?
I think so.
I think he's French. No, he's
No, he's Belgian. No,
Belgian.
because he played
Belgian.
because the first time I saw him was for Belgium in the Euros.
Yeah.
Could do
Which
Jeremy
is better. A
Doku.
lot of people would do him now because he plays at City.
No,
That's all right.
who's an
Nigerian.
Ivorian? Who's an Ivorian? Or do you want to go a Nigerian in Ligue 1? Because we're going to miss out on one. So what's like an obvious one? An Ivorian that's played in Ligue 1, you could do Drogba. You could do a few because there's like a lot of Ivorians that play in Ligue 1 because former colony. You could do Drogba. You could do one of the Fofanas.
You can do Javinho for Syria.
You can. I like that. The forehead.
Yeah.
Fuck what?
The
Why there's
first
so
one
many,
is the first
why
one.
there's so many fucking Javinos? My gosh. Oh, he was obvious. You suck.
Akon. Did Akon play in League One?
Who?
Akon.
You know, like
Akon, like what? Like I'm so lonely.
Yeah.
That guy.
My
Oh my
boy.
God.
He's
Oh my God.
Nigerian,
No.
isn't he?
No, I think he's like some other African country. I think it's Senegal, isn't it? Like the one that we built like all the water there.
For the Irish flag, that's not Ireland.
You mean Ivory Coast?
Yeah. And you could do Seko Fofana.
For Ligue 1. That's what I was thinking. You could do a lot of the Fofanas. Could you use the Fofana who's currently he's French actually, never mind. We'll go Seko Fofana. Who left the Champions League to play in Saudi Arabia.
Nigerian League One.
Ibrahim Sangari.
For this one?
Yep.
Yes, that's a good answer actually. Ibrahim Sangari. Because he has just left PSV.
Who could we have?
Who are the top picks? Lekaka.
Oh, my God,
Oh, Eden Hazard, look. Oh, JJ Kocha. Oh well.
All right.
Shit. No, well, here's what it is. Alrighty. Well, that's that. Guys, do we have anything that we want to end on before we call it a day, or we good?
That's all. We did forget to talk about Ossenheim and him.
Austin,
whatever.
who?
Napoli, Victor.
I just
Osman.
freaking turned on my webcam. Fire out. I'm angry at myself. Bought a camera and I just the whole time I was recording without my camera. And I'm pissed off now.
We could see you though. I could see you.
No. I mean like the one that I paid for.
Sucks to suck.
Oh well, here's what it is. But if that's it for today, guys, thank you all for tuning in. We will see you guys next time. Like I said, like we always say, just leave feedback, leave comments about things you want to discuss, things of that nature, that crap too. Otherwise, take care. Have a good week.
Merch link and bio.